Are you fucking kidding? I just got Sports Illustrated, and this is what's on the cover. Peyton Manning has been rated the best player in the NFL today. What kind of horse shit is that? I'm sorry. There's plenty of guys in the NFL right now that could be ranked over Manning. Let's just see. I can name one right off the top of my head, and some of you will disagree with me. Tom Brady. How about the guy who has won 3 Super Bowl rings? You know, I'm not a Patriot fan. As you can tell, I'm a Bronco fan, so I'm not being biased here. Just look. All you have to do is look at Tom Brady's numbers. You know, the guy has won three Super Bowls in the last what, 5 years? Who's been his number 1 receiver the last 5 seasons? Who has been the guy he's been throwing the ball to? Can anyone even remember that? Who was he throwing the ball to last year? Or the year before that? Deion Branch, I think, was probably the biggest name receiver he's ever had. Just look. Peyton Manning's had guys like Marvin Harrison, guys like Reggie Wayne, Brandon Stokely, even. Dallas Clark. He's had all these guys to throw. Not even that. He's had Edgerrin James running the ball for him the last couple of years, besides the last 2 years. But years before that, he had Edgerrin James running the ball for him. And just because Manning's going to have all the stats, and I'm telling you right now, stats mean nothing in the NFL. As you know, I don't think if you throw up for 4,000 yards, it doesn't dictate you as a good quarterback. Look at what is that quarterback for the Lions? I think it was John Kitna. He had a 4,000-yard season last year. Is he the best quarterback of all time? No, he's not. He's not the best. He wasn't in the top 5 quarterbacks in at least this past year. He's not a terrible quarterback, but he's not a top 10 or a top 12 guy. Peyton Manning is not the best player in the NFL. He's not even the best quarterback in the NFL. How about a guy from San Diego? LaDainian Tomlinson. Did people forget about him? I think people around here, they would always say this. So who's LaDainian Tomlinson beating this week? Or who's LaDainian Tomlinson playing this week? Tomlinson, he was the reason why the Chargers were in the playoffs. Straight simple. Not Philip. It was him. I think he single-handedly brought that team to the playoffs. Peyton Manning was not the only guy to put the Colts in the playoffs. He's not the only guy. The reason why the Colts have been successful last year. He's not the reason. And this is what pisses me off about this. The media, look at this shit. The media says, or everyone loves Peyton Manning, that he is the best just because he is a class act guy or everything like that. Well, can you guys remember a couple years ago when they lost in the playoffs and Peyton Manning was throwing his own teammates under his own line? So the protection wasn't there. That's one thing you don't say. I'm surprised the line doesn't just say, play the lookout block when the ball snaps and say, hey, look out, they're coming. That just pisses me off. Like I said, I'd put Tom Brady over him. I put LaDainian Tomlinson over him. I'm not saying Peyton Manning's a bad quarterback. No, I'm not saying that at all. And it's not fair for me to say that Marvin Harrison is the reason why he's not number 1. I'm just saying there's better guys out there. And I think just to call this guy the undisputed champ of football is ridiculous. There's plenty of guys in the NFL. I'm telling you, there's plenty. Geez. I know you don't go defense over offense for some reason, but I'm saying that just Peyton Manning, he's not the best. And that's all I have to say about Peyton Manning, at least. Look, this cover just sickens me. Not that, and I'm a little biased in that fact because I hate Peyton Manning to begin with. I've always hated him because you can tell I'm a Bronco fan, and I hate when he owns the Broncos. Basically, we got his number. Right? We can call him up and ask him when he can kick our ass. But I do say he's a tremendous, talented quarterback, probably in the top, at least in the top 10 best football players today. At least he's not number 1, and he's not. They could say, well, let's say this: Peyton Manning, LaDainian Tomlinson, and Tom Brady are probably the 3 best players in the NFL, right? I can live with that. But not to say he's better than those 2 other guys. As far as I'm concerned, until Peyton Manning wins 3 more Super Bowls, or 2 more Super Bowls, he's not even in the same class as Tom Brady. And I could say that because I got buddies of mine that actually absolutely hate the Patriots, but they respect Tom Brady for what he does. And he's not the and Peyton Manning, Tom Brady's not the reason why they won Super Bowls either. Their defense got him there. But I'm sorry, if you know what, right now, Tom Brady can retire right now and make the Hall of Fame with no question. And his stats aren't even the best of all. That's my point. I'm trying to say is stats don't dictate how good you are. And just because Peyton Manning is going to throw for 4,000 yards every fucking season or throw 40 touchdown passes because he's always throwing in the fourth quarter doesn't make him the best quarterback in the NFL. He's probably number 2 or 3 though. I would say that. But he's not the best player in the NFL is what I'm trying to say. Peyton Manning, the best football player in the NFL. Ugh. And of course there's a lot of Manning fans out there, so I'm sure I'm going to get ripped on for this. But I'm just saying that there's better guys out there. And, oh yeah, another thing I have to say. I love Dr. Z's Super Bowl prediction this year. He's picking, I think he picked the San Diego Chargers. Let me get to it real quick. Anyways, I was looking at his playoff picture and who he has going to the playoffs or something like that. This is what he's got. He's got the Patriots winning the East. I could have told you that. I got them winning the Super Bowl this year. He's got the Cincinnati Bengals winning the North. Well, who else is going to be? Baltimore? The Colts winning the South. That's hands down. The Chargers winning the West. That's believable. I would go with that too, but I would actually say I'd pick my Broncos just because they add a lot more and I think they can beat the Chargers this year. You got the Eagles winning the East. That's fine. I don't really care about NFC. But this is the thing that pisses me off. He's got the Saints winning the Super Bowl. The Saints. The New Orleans Saints beating the San Diego Chargers. I don't even have the Chargers in the Super Bowl this year. Like I said, I got the Patriots in the Super Bowl. I have them beating. Oh shit! Who did I pick? See, I'm not really good at picking the NFC just because I don't follow it as much. I'm more of an AFC buff. But if I had to pick a team, I'd probably either go with let's say, what the hell? Let's go with Philadelphia. Why not? I'll pick Philly just for the hell of it, because no one else is going to pick Philly. Yeah, I'm going to stay with Philly. I like how they have the Bears winning 11 games this year. The Bears. I'm from Green Bay, so I'm not a Packer fan, as you can tell. But I'm telling you one thing, the Bears ain't winning 11 games. They'd be lucky to win 6 or 7. Actually, I hate to say it though, but I think Green Bay is going to have 8 wins and win the division this year. Or tie for the division. Bears are not having 11 wins. I'm telling you that right now. The Seahawks will have more than 9 wins. Just because I just can say that right now. He's got the Seahawks 9-7. That's possible too. But I think they're at least going to have 10 or 11 wins, and they're going to win the West this year. And the 49ers will take it next year. 49ers are good, but they're not there yet. All right. Other things. Let's see the 2000 scouting report he's got. Well, this is Dr. Z's, and this idiot who declared Peyton Manning as the best football player in the NFL is Peter King. For those of you that I can't really tell you who he is, because I don't really know who he is either. I don't even know why I have this magazine. Other news. Baseball now. The St. Louis Cardinals are now 2 games out of the NL Central. The Brewers are 1.5 out, and it's the most close division race. Whoever's over 500 in that division is going to win it this year. And I'll tell you, and everyone says that. But I'm still picking my Cardinals because they're more experienced than any of those teams. They have players that have been there before, and